if you do not try plain text at the biggest time of year for at least one of your emails during Black Friday, Cyber Monday, you're being like, you are leaving money on the table, in my opinion, and I think in Casey's opinion as well. So I said you could only say it once, but like if you try nothing else during this like a holiday sale season, try at least one plain text.
Welcome back, Modern Commerce. You're here with Casey and John. Today, we're going to have another great episode. We're going to be going over some Black Friday subject lines, really just overall email campaign ideas. We'll get into that in just a second. But John, how's it going, dude?
Going well, man. How are you? It is, we're into Q4 now. We're a few weeks into it, and I like it. I love this time of year. It's like you get that like before game feeling, when you're like about to go out on the court or out on the field. So yeah, it's a good time.
Yeah, definitely a big time in e-commerce marketing coming up.
Sure.
And with that, you're kind of looking over everything, and a lot of you are preparing for email, which isn't maybe the focus of your marketing efforts throughout the year, but you'd be doing yourself a disservice not to really look into it for something as big as Black Friday. So with that, we've got 11 different subject lines we're going to go over today. Like I said, they're a little bit more overall just email campaigns, but we're going to be focusing on like pre-Black Friday messaging here. So as we're a little ways out still, these are things that will be relevant right now or in the next couple of following weeks here.
For sure, yeah. Should we get into it?
Let's do it, man. Go ahead and pop it up on the screen.
So we're gonna just roll through like an article by ModCom, which is apparently a Sitecore company. Full disclosure, I have no idea what ModCom is. I'm assuming it's some kind of email sending platform tool, something like that. But it has a good article that ranked high on Google, so it gets featured on Modern Commerce. And we're going to go through some subject lines here. So first up, we're going tournament, or we're not, I guess it's not tournament style. It's like last man standing,
Last ad standing. Standing, I think.
Yep, last email standing. So we're going 1 against 2. So number 1.
If you caught our trilogy of like the best ad slogan in history, that series that we did earlier, we did the same format here. So if you haven't checked out those videos, go ahead and check those out as well. Gotten some good feedback on those. So let's get on into this. Looks like we got Dell up first. How do you want to do this, John? You want to read off the subject lines, or?
Yeah, I'll do it. Sure.
Okay.
All right. So subject line is you were chosen for our early Black Friday flyer. And then here's like the teaser. This is, they're not like putting the whole email here, but I think they're putting like the main element of the email here. So you were chosen for our early Black Friday flyer. And then there's kind of like the main graphic that's in the email, and Argos surviving Black Friday. Interesting. And then there's looks like we've got a screenshot of a lot of the email too. Cool. All right. So what do you got? What do you think, Casey?
So we're head to head here, Argos versus Dell. I'll jump right in on Dell first. I think that the subject line is, I think I got to look at a subject line first. To me, that matters so much. If you don't get the click into the email, it doesn't matter what's in the email. So subject line is pretty weighted to me. And I love that this is kind of hacking like a transactional verbiage here. Like, you were chosen for an early Black Friday flyer kind of sounds like it's just like kind of chosen at random. There might actually be a really cool offer inside. You don't know what's in there. It's intriguing. You want to click in. I think as far as what's inside with that, like the teaser they have there, I would, same note in every song kind of thing with me sometimes, but I would prefer a plain text here. So it really looks like it's just like a completely random, like one-off email from a brand, rather than really
all right
heavily.
From now on, you're no longer allowed to say I would prefer a plain text here. You just because none of these are going to be plain text.
Yep.
So just upfront caveat, asterisk, Casey likes plain text emails, but most brands don't do them. It's just like it's like not a dirty little secret. It's like a hack, right? Like, it's like everybody go try plain text emails, because
I got it out of the way. I had to do it. Another thing, if you're just looking for a quick little video, the video I did last year on email hacks, that was one of them, is don't be afraid to send plain text. So go back and check that. We'll pop that up here on the screen too. But yeah, here I do like the transactional subject line.
So really, actually, I'm going to stop you really quick. Why plain text?
It's mostly a deliverability kind of play. Like you'll get more favorable deliverability into inboxes rather than like promotions tab or in spam.
Yeah, for sure. And basically it's like, this is your best offer of the year. We want to get it in front of as many people as possible. So like the play is like hooky subject line, short plain text email with a link, right? Because we're just trying to get as many opens and clicks as possible. The deal will do the work from there.
Right. Best way to open the floodgates. But I do like the, like I said, the messaging of this, because those plain text emails do go so well with something that's just transactional sounding. And I do like kind of the transactional nature of the subject line here. So I'll leave it there on this one. What do you feel about Dell?
No. Okay. So same thing you did and same thing they highlight right here, exclusivity, right? So you were chosen. I love stuff like that. Like you were chosen, we've selected you, that kind of messaging. But what I think super interesting here is I probably wouldn't went with this flyer verbiage, but they follow through with it. Like they connect it there. So it's like, oh, like it's like a little bit different in the e-commerce world to like think about flyer. Like I don't open my emails and like think I'm going to see like flyers. You know what I mean? Like those are in my mailbox. So yeah, this is, I think interesting and like a little bit hooky in that way. So it's like exclusivity, a little bit hooky. And then, Black Friday sneak preview deals, they stick with that exclusivity element and like messaging. Yeah, I mean, I think a little bit weird visually, but like it's for Dell. Like why am I not seeing any computers? Who knows? But yeah, moving on. I mean, we got to go a little bit quicker through these if we're going to get through enough, all of them.
Sure, dude. Yeah, surviving Black Friday. I'll say this about this subject line especially. I like that it's short. A lot of people, I think, make the mistake of having super long subject lines, especially because when you're somebody doing the marketing, you're on a desktop typically. And even if you preview it to yourself, which I typically like to do for especially any really significant campaign I'm sending, like you want to send yourself a test email. Well, if you just click over into your email tab on your desktop, you're going to see a completely different headline than 80% of your traffic probably who are looking at it on their smartphone. And the amount of space you actually have for a subject line is pretty small. This whole thing would fit. I feel confident saying that surviving Black Friday would fit. That said, I don't think it's nearly as strong as a subject line as the other one above.
That's interesting. I think it's a better subject line just because purely I'm like, job of the subject lines to get the open. That the first subject line will actually probably drive more sales, right? Like, or, maybe drive more sales. I do think that this is like, it's an interesting like spin on Black Friday, or maybe it's only interesting to me because I'm like not an antisocial person. But like, yeah, to me, I'm like surviving Black Friday. Like what everyone else sends emails about how like, oh, excitement, it's Black Friday time. And these guys are like, look, like, we'll hope you survive. I get it. Like once I read it, I'm like, oh yeah. Like, cause if you actually went to the stores, but I mean, yeah, I don't think it's as strong as a whole concept. I don't think it would drive as many sales. And I think their follow through on the subject line wasn't good. Right. So yeah, like we don't even really say why we said surviving until down here. And then like we've got like the worst of both worlds in this email because we've got like HTML and then like bad design. Like if you're going to go HTML, then you might as well use like a good layout. Like why is everything centered? It doesn't make any sense to me. Also, why are we using like not good English? I don't know. Yeah, so I'm with you. I think, Dell probably wins out of these two, but I actually like that as a subject line. I think the follow through could have been better.
Yeah, I think to me, it just sounds like I'm opening up some like guide. It feels like I know what's coming a little bit more. Maybe that's just my own bias. But yeah, the other one, I actually feel like maybe it's just, yeah, like I said, that bias, but I feel like there's a chance there's something in there I actually want to see. Like, oh, it's chosen for something.
That's funny. I feel the opposite. I'm like, I don't really know what's coming with this subject line, so it catches my attention more. Whereas this one, I'm like, oh yeah, okay. I know it's not exclusive, but maybe a lot of people wouldn't.
Yeah, no, I totally get you. And I will say this, the one critique I had, or the one positive I guess I had of that second one is that it's a short subject line. If that top one, if it gets cut off, it's still intriguing. The intriguing part is at the front.
You were chosen.
Like you've been chosen. You were chosen.
You were chosen for our ... You were chosen for ... You were chosen for our early Black.
Right. Black Friday is really the least important
the
thing.
only misfortunate cutoff right there.
Right. That you'd be lucky to have that much in there. So, all right, yeah, I think we're in agreement there. We're sticking with Dell. So it moves on to compete
Dell
here against Movement, which I'll go ahead.
Is it Movement or MVMT?
I mean, I always pronounce it Movement.
All right, Movement.
Whichever.
The watch company.
Yeah.
The watch brand.
Yeah, pretty cool brand. Let's see what they got here as far as the subject line. So they got, those are stop signs, right? Stop sign, all caps, stop everything, stop sign, all caps, Black Friday starts now, exclamation point. I won't be shy about this. I hate this one. I like this brand actually, but I hate this subject line. All caps, first of all, is one of those things that is going to get you filtered straight in spam more often than just about anything, except for maybe overusing things like emojis, which there are 2 of in here, and exclamation points. So exclamation marks, whatever you want to call them.
They literally have all the things that could that can get caught in spam filters in here. They have emojis, they have caps, they have an exclamation point. Like,
yeah, and then like, just this is kind of on the nerdy level.
The word sale, like that's the other, sale or free, like
exactly. Like wherever this gets cut off, I'm not really compelled to click through. Like I don't care at all. And this is getting like kind of like small potatoes here, but I've sent so many subject lines, I can tell right away there are spaces between the emojis and the words too, which is just not necessary. You're asking to get cut off even earlier. I mean, there's no message conveyed in this subject line. I dislike it a lot. Yeah. To me, it doesn't even matter what follows, honestly.
So just what you're talking about here is like, just if you're going to use an emoji, bump it right up against that word.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I would always send myself a preview for anything that's significant and see how it looks on a smartphone actually. But yeah, you're just depriving yourself of 2 extra characters there, and you already only said stop everything. So
you don't have a lot of real estate on mobile with your subject lines.
Yeah.
So yeah, no. What are your? But like, just stopping here for a second. Stop everything. Let's talk about emojis. Are you against emojis in subject lines?
Not exactly. There's a time and a place, and Black Friday could be the place for sure. I wouldn't stick to only, like, if you were sending, let's say you were sending 4 email campaigns for your kind of Black Friday, Cyber Monday run, I definitely wouldn't send all of them with emojis, because it's going to be the same certain people you keep missing out on who are being filtered out the most often.
Right.
Those kind of make or break situations you're going to break instead of make.
I think a lot of people always go to the emoji because they're like, well, it stands out in the inbox. Number 1, it doesn't, because everybody goes to it. And number 2, yeah, like you're another Me Too ecom brand who's using emojis in their subject line, probably landing in promotions. You're just in there in promotions with everybody else, right? So yeah, I'm not against emojis. Like for sure, I think strong emojis do help the open rates. Like, and you have even more data on this. If you already have a poor sender reputation, emojis are not going to help you. You're going to get put into spam even more. But if your sender reputation is solid, like I'm guessing Movements is, then yeah, emojis can help, but like mix it up. Like don't just stick with a formula of like using emojis all the time.
Yeah, and if you are one of those brands,
so that you hit different people, like, and you're not going to the promotions tab for the same people all the time,
Mm-hmm. Yep, and I mean, I could get nerdy about it all day, but yeah, there's a right way to do it. There's no need for those spaces. If you're a brand where you've run the test, I mean, split test campaign, send stop everything, Black Friday starts now without one, and then put like 1 stop sign I would probably do with no space, and then the same subject line, see which one performs better. If you are one of those brands where emojis can lift your performance on campaigns, then just like learn how to use them a little more responsibly maybe. Again, I wouldn't pair them with all capped language. That's not helping because you're already depriving yourself of space and it's hurting your reputation here. You're doing double effect on both.
There's so much going on here to get thrown into spam.
Yeah.
I do positive note here. I think this is relatively strong as a graphic. I mean, it's straightforward. Yep. We'll probably see more graphics like this, but product, like if it's gonna be very offer driven in terms of an email, if you're not gonna get cute, just like, yeah, product, offer, big red on white, front and center. Yep. Very clear, holiday 19, unlock early access. So yeah, I do think like the graphic at least is good.
That's my favorite so far as inside. I just wish they would open the floodgates a little bit more so more people would see their nice juicy email.
Yep.
Oh wait, so who wins? Who wins, that or Dell?
Well, I think we're both still with Dell, right?
Yeah, we're still with Dell. Okay.
Okay, so Dell, going back to remind, we got you were chosen for our early Black Friday offer with, that's kind of the main asset, and that is going up against Bruno Magli. I don't know what that is.
I'm not sure of this brand either, honestly.
Yeah, big Friday VIP early access. So same kind of concept of exclusivity, VIP. I mean, a lot of people using that VIP play inside the email right there. Okay, so handbag company. Okay, big Friday. Interesting use. Like, we decided not to say Black Friday here, which is interesting. VIP early access. So this is essentially these two are using the same angle of like exclusivity and early access, and these are all early access, but are using the same angle, or these are all pre-Black Friday, but they're using the same angle of exclusivity. Big Friday say VIP early access. I think probably the inside of this one beats the Dell one, but again, like maybe I'm more sensitive to this because I didn't know who they were, but like, show me like a product, show me like your hero product in the asset. I get that you're communicating the offer, and that's good, but yeah, I mean maybe not. And I kind of say the opposite on ads sometimes. Like, a lot of our ads are just like the offer, no product.
Yeah, I mean, I shoot you some bail on that. With ads, you typically get to test a few more concepts.
Right.
You tend to kind of shoot
You
your
got
shot
more.
on email.
Yeah.
But I kind of agree with you. And I think, if I'm guessing, the reason they use the big Friday language, one, it is a smaller word. That does matter. That real estate is super important. And it's not actually Black Friday yet. I think they're leveraging the language, but they're maybe a month early kind of thing.
Yeah, they didn't say pre-Black Friday, which is interesting.
Yeah.
But
I mean,
yeah,
I'm
think Dell
assuming.
is still. I think Dell does it's like kind of a who wore it better play here, and I think Dell wore it better personally.
I'm maybe on the other end here. I mean, it's pretty close. I don't feel super strongly one way or the other. I do like that. I mean, if you're going to use the VIP play, there's no harm in actually like calling out the VIP thing. Like, the other one's a little bit more mysterious, I guess. You've been chosen for something. The VIP language, might be enough to push somebody over the top.
I like the flyer element. You know what I mean? Like, it's weird.
It's interesting. Yeah, I'm kind of one way or the other on it. I guess I would come down to like actual offer, which isn't really about the marketing itself, but this does look like a good offer. 30 or 40% off. That's up to 50% off.
Black Friday sneak peek. We're giving you early access up to 50% off. Boom.
Yeah, man, I'm cool with sticking with Dell. I'm a push on this one. I don't.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I would definitely use a possession arrow here. So do we want to say John's using his possession arrow and saying Dell wins?
Sure, man. If that's what you want to go with. Yeah, I probably would have leaned the other way, but it's super close. I don't care.
Yeah. Okay, so Diesel, so you own the possession arrow at this point.
Okay.
Diesel, be ready. The Black Friday sale is coming. And this is the main visual element.
Yeah. So I think this will be surprising to some people. This was like one we just happened to like peek at right before we started. We didn't really look over this list. We did just stumble upon this one and look at it. And we both kind of were in agreement that we liked this image, actually. I think that would be surprising to people, but it's simple, and it conveys.
If I open an email and like, I love just this in an email, because you're going to have all kinds. I'm just a big fan of varying it in email, right? Those people are the same, a lot of the same people all the time. So like, just something like that inside an email, it's strong because it's just different. A single, solitary, simple message. I didn't mean to do an alliteration there, but we're rolling with it. But like, yeah, like I kind of like it as like a main asset. I don't know if they had other stuff in the email, but it's a strong main asset.
I would imagine they do. That would be kind of, I mean, this would be kind of cool though if it was. I mean, it would be kind of clickable. Be like, oh sweet, I want to see. Like, I maybe would have put like Black Friday sale or something if that was all that was in there at least. But the other things about this, I love the Game of Thrones nod here. The allusion to Game of Thrones is cool. I'm a big Game of Thrones fan. Again, in that subject line, they're kind of doing it dirty here. I mean, that is coming, that they're counting on people kind of that connective tissue from the headline to the inside the email. They're not even going to see that. Most people aren't going to see that. They're going to see like, be ready, Black Friday maybe Friday is there. Like
Yeah,
it'll
it's
be
gonna
probably
say
lipstick
be
off
ready to
somewhere.
black, which actually is pretty intriguing. But I'm like, yeah, I'm not opening that.
Yeah. Yeah.
That could be a weird. That could be something weird. I don't know.
I mean, this is probably the biggest example of like such an easy edit. Just get that be ready comma out of there. Like
Yeah,
so much stronger already. At least people are going to see Black Friday sale or
I
even
think
the.
that this should have been the subject line. This would be interesting. This is the subject line. This is the asset. Done. You know what I mean? But so to me, I would really love to see what the mechanism was here. Like, where are they sending people to site to add things to their wish list? Are they sending them somewhere to like get like a push notification or an SMS notification or something like that? Like,
Yeah.
I think whatever you use for the mechanism here is interesting, because like if you can load up those people who are going to like rush in the, you know, virtual doors, you know, as soon as your sale starts, I think this is a really strong play to do that. But I can't judge. I don't know whether to give them the benefit of the doubt that they are doing something good on the mechanism, or
Right.
whether they're, you know, whether we like can't judge it based on that. So yeah, what do you think, this versus Dell?
I think you do. I think you do have to give them the benefit of the doubt. I mean, because that's kind of outside the scope of what we're seeing here. And I would just say, as a general rule, if you are, you know, we don't know how simple or complex this whole email would have been, but judging by the visual, I would guess that it's kind of a simpler messaging overall. If you're going to be simple and kind of tease at stuff a little bit more in that, you do have to drop them somewhere that makes a lot of sense and actually explains a little bit more. So given that that's probably going on here, I am kind of a fan. I do think they botched the subject line. This is another tight one, but I think I'm sticking with Dell, honestly.
Really? I'm the other direction.
Really.
Here's why. Let me make my case. And, you know, obviously.
Sure. Yeah. Sell me on it. Just make me change my mind.
Yes. Because like with email, we sell all the time. And what has Dell done here? They've said, hey, it's not Black Friday yet, but here's a 50% off sale because you get early access, which is cool. It's a cool angle, but like, especially in email, it's owned media. You're not paying for them. I love the idea of varying what you're doing with them, right? So like sometimes just sending them an email for like maybe content, right? Or I think that's a popular one, and maybe that's not super like helpful, but like sending them an email just to tease it, just for teasing its sake, and following through with some way where they can like get notified even sooner and end up in another owned media channel like SMS or like, you know, push notifications or something like that. So I'm a fan of the potential of this mechanism of a pure teaser as opposed to like a pre-sale sale, you know?
I do agree with you for the points you said. Still leaning the other way as far as I guess this may be like a perspective thing, because I'm looking at it success of maybe more of an individual campaign as opposed to like your overall efforts. But I can't disagree with you.
The Dell campaign would sell more stuff probably.
Yeah, I'm kind of looking at it through that. And I do, I do think they did some stuff a little bit better there. I think part of it, honestly, is that subject line. I'm like, it's just so easily fixable. You guys you were close and you just missed the boat, you know? Like,
but you botched the subject line, which was the front. All right, cool. We'll go with
tough.
Okay. So we'll go with Diesel. We'll go with Dell. That's what I meant to
Dude,
say.
you're getting a Dell. Man,
Yeah.
I think Dell had a pretty decent run in our last series of these too.
Yeah. Dell. I do use Dell monitors, not Dell computers, but Dell monitors. All right. So Bed Bath & Beyond. Subject line is 3 words, : emoji 1, black, period. Emoji 2, Friday, period. Emoji 3, deals, period. More coupons enclosed, ! That was difficult to read out loud. I'm going to read it like in flow without reading all of it. So 3 words: 1, black; 2, Friday; 3, deals. More coupons enclosed. And then here's our inside here.
Yeah.
Go for it.
I'll start with the inside. There's some familiarity here, right? Like, you know what you're getting here. This like looks like super old school, like direct to consumer stuff. Honestly, it's been around for decades.
This is pure DR marketing right here. Offer.
Yeah, and it's not bad. I mean, at least it knows what it is and it's doing that well, at least, right? But I mean, yeah, I can't get past this subject.
I would love a little more focus, honestly. Like, just do one strong offer and put it there. You know, put it front, like the way Movement did it. I mean, 20% I don't think is a super strong offer, but like one strong offer front and center. even if you do, kind of do it this way in terms of formatting and stuff like that, it's just, I don't know, it's like a lot of coupons, like what was for one brand. Okay, I'm gonna go to Bed Bath & Beyond. I have like 4 different kind of coupons I can use.
Mhm. Yeah, I mean, I agree with you in general. I guess I'm trying to shoot Bed Bath & Beyond some bail because I want to just rip that subject line to shreds. But I guess if I'm thinking about it, I'm like, well, Bed Bath & Beyond, this is an owned channel. A lot of them are purchasers or people who are aware of it. Like, and maybe the idea of having a couple different mechanisms for different deals, maybe that does something for them. I don't know. I like your idea better too, but I think it's better than what the subject line is, which is the weak point.
Yeah. Okay, so before you rip the subject line to shreds, I'm going to say about the only positive thing I have to say about the subject line, and that is I think it's a good concept. Like it's a good hook, but yeah, horribly executed.
Yeah. No,
And
yeah, that
like it's a good concept for a hook, but they like made it not even a good hook with how.
yeah. I mean, I don't know.
I feel
People
bad.
get
Like if ever anyone's from like, what if the person from Bed Bath & Beyond who wrote this subject line watched this?
well. I mean, I hope this doesn't ruin your day.
I don't know how they could have done better if they're watching this.
Yeah, I would say here's the main thing that jumps out here. I mean, I won't try to be too redundant as far as like the emojis go. I think I already touched on that. But punctuation, I touched on the exclamation mark. Yeah, that's not doing you favors, especially at the very end. I mean, that's where exclamation marks always end up when people write these things. Nobody's going to see that, but Google is, and it's going to put you in the spam folder for it. So when you're thinking about punctuation, and maybe this is just like the way to like a placeholder of a subject line in your head, I typically only use like a couple different punctuation styles throughout emails, typically in subject.
You're burning a character on punctuation.
Yeah, exactly. Like a colon can be good. I'm a fan of like brackets. Like if this was like sale, I would put like bracket, sale, end bracket. Like
right.
boom.
So here you might put 3 words in brackets.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, it's still kind of it's a good concept, but it'd be tough to actually make work really well, I think, here. Honestly, just if I was just trying to work with what they got here, the pieces they got, I would probably do the same thing I said before and just go like coupons enclosed. Like at this point, like it's tough to make that other stuff work. It's a good idea that's hard to make come to fruition.
Like you literally, that would be the subject line.
Something like that. And so when something's that short,
so
I know.
I love this as a hook, but yeah, you're saying it's tough to make this concept of like 3 words because it's always, you got to have periods or some way to separate them.
Right.
And you're going to burn characters on this. Like it's a good hook to use somewhere else.
What I would probably do is probably just do, if I was trying to like really take the essence of this and just repurpose it a little bit better, I'd probably do something like Black, period, Friday, period, deals, period, for an ellipses. And then for the like preview text underneath, usually in on your email software, there's like a spot for preview text, or if you don't know, it's usually just like the first, the first sentence in your actual email copy. I would make more coupons enclosed there, so that people are like, oh, I know what's in there because Black Friday deals, sure.
That's a good point. Preview text and sender name are like prime real estate, and we're not, but we're just assuming sender name is probably the actual brand name on all of these. But yeah, preview text and sender name are both prime real estate. Sender name, be careful with playing with that too much, but yeah, like those are prime real estate. So yeah, if you were going to make this concept work, you probably have to use all that real estate,
Yep. But just to the quick point of the punctuation, I mean, I honestly use ellipses about all the time, just compared to every other kind of punctuation, because that's what's going to happen anyway. When it's too long, the Gmail will ellipses your.
You're like taking control of where the ellipses is.
Yeah, exactly. And it still looks like native to your inbox. Like they're not doing. It's the opposite. It's like you said, like people think exclamation points and emojis make them stand out. Not really. That's like the junk. Everybody sees that and you kind of just scroll right past it. When something looks like it's supposed to be there, that's sometimes.
Right. Yeah, when the ellipses isn't in a weird place, that's like a little bit more of a standout. Yeah.
Exactly. Convey your own idea. Take control. I like that.
All right. So yeah, we're still with Dell, I'm guessing.
Nope. All right. It's one and done.
Cellular Outfitter. Your favorite move here, double stop signs. It's the last day.
I'll give them this one. That'll show up. That whole thing will be there. It won't ellipses off. So at least they're doing what they meant to do.
Okay. Yeah, I know. I actually have a lot good to say about this. One, a strong offer, a free phone grip. And again, here, if you're going to give something away free, that's maybe a time I would say don't use plain text. So you don't have the word free inside your email, right? So free phone grip with any purchase plus price drop up to 50%. So we're offer stacking there. Last day offer, Black Friday deal is kind of over there. And then shop now probably could have gone a little bit more strong with that shop now button. I mean, but that's parsing. Like the concept, the offer, the visual, very good. That whole thing is going to fit in the subject line. The double stop sign and it's the last day. Urgency subject lines are great. Like if it's the last day, say it's the last day for sure.
Yep.
Or 24 hours left or something like that. So yeah, that's strong. You don't have to get fancy on the last day. It's the last day. Yeah, the double stop sign is really the only bad thing I have to say about this.
And I'm not so stuck in my ways to say that that's getting in my way here. Unlike the one that did the Game of Thrones.
Let's assume they have good deliverability. Probably not a bad place to use it.
Yeah, absolutely. I do agree. I agree there. And people rarely write subject lines this short on accident. It's almost like you're aware. There's a certain level of awareness when I see something like this. And there probably is enough space to even have both those emojis show up. So it's again, it's not like
somebody get the thing looking like it's supposed to be there.
Exactly. So, I mean, I'm trying not to cheat ahead either. I see a little bit of the preview coming up, and I can see another kind of urgency play coming. But I'm ready to go ahead and say I like this one better than Dell.
I do as well.
Yeah, let's keep rolling then.
And also, let me not downplay this. A strong offer, like what if I feel like one has a stronger offer than the other, that is going to win with it, because that's ultimately going to win more sales, right? Like, that's the best thing you can do. You can box a lot of this stuff and have a really strong offer, and you'll be fine.
Absolutely, the offer stacking is huge, and but I do love that the awareness of the marketing here is like they know last day is probably just as important, because that already implies this is multiple days, right? This isn't a one-day thing. So you probably already sent a campaign more offer driven. This is urgency driven.
Offer shop, like that's all you need to know.
Exactly. Yep. They executed the play.
Don't have to get fancy on the last day, man. Just run it up the middle.
That's right.
Cool. Subject line, Ray-Ban. Subject line, time is running out. Black Friday, double slash, Black Friday early access. And then here's their like inside visual. The ones, we got a countdown timer. Right now it's at 0. I'm imagining it wasn't at 0. I'm guessing it was an active countdown timer. And yeah, first come, first serve. Don't miss the chance to get what you want at an exclusive price. Okay.
Yeah. So, I mean, we got the battle of the urgency going on now here. Yeah. And I think this did some things really well, and then other things not as well as the one it's competing against here. I love the countdown timer. It's a great tool. I think it's hard to read here on the shared screen, but I don't think they really conveyed what the offer is. They're really playing in that urgency, like, click through to find out.
They're playing into a little bit of like mystery too of what the offer is.
Yeah, which I don't know if that's helping or hurting when the other one's so straightforward and it's a good offer itself. Like when the offer is strong, it kind of is a weapon for you. When it's not good, maybe you do want to just try to get people to click through because of the countdown timer.
Trying to make up for a bad offer with great marketing or something like that. You know what I mean?
Which I won't hold that against them. We don't know what their offer is. Maybe it's great, maybe it's not. I won't hold that against them. But if this comes down to it, I'm like, well, it's a great offer up above. So, but I will say this about the subject lines. I don't like these as much as the one before, and that one had 2 emojis. This to me looks like 2 separate subject lines. A/B test this. But yeah, at the double slash, just get out of here. That's just insane. That's not even punctuation people use really. Like,
that's interesting. Yeah. And when I see the double slash, I'm like, oh, knowing it's in a Ray-Ban email, I'm like, oh yeah, if anybody's going to put a double slash in their email, this can be Ray-Ban. That makes sense.
I guess
like, for some reason, I'm not surprised to see it from them.
Yeah, less is more here on the subject line. I would say either one of those kind of phrases there are better than them together.
I think they did a weird thing with their capitalization too. And correct me if I'm wrong, but capitalization is another thing that can help you, that can get caught in spam filters.
More or less.
So it's
or less
yeah,
like when you
like
go
a
into
weird
all
thing.
caps.
Why is it? I mean, Black Friday is a day. Why is early access capitalized, but like time is running out? Isn't,
So
you know?
so here's what I would call it. Like I said, these are two separate subject lines in my mind, and maybe that's what the double slash means. Maybe it means it's split test. I don't know.
Oh, yeah, okay.
I don't know, but that's actually what I would do too. If it was just Black Friday early access standalone, I probably would capitalize all this because it's not really like an idea, right? It's just like a title. Time is running out is at least like a phrase, in which case I'm like, that's weird when
I
people do.
would love time is running out timed in or tied in with this countdown timer. It's like, oh, we've got like good congruency there. You know?
Exactly. Like doing agency work, this is the kind of idea where like to appease a client, maybe you would run the split test here, but 9 times out of 10, I'm guessing time is running out is winning anyway. So I would pick my battles over this one and be like, I'll run the test.
You'd know it was going to cut off right there, or like at most right there. You know what I mean?
And this is a good example of I would drop if you're one of those accounts where this works, I would drop like an alarm clock. I would drop some just any kind of clock or just really anything to grab attention here. Time is running out. That like an urgency play is the time where I would use an emoji for sure. But again, I'd go right in front of that T and then no space afterwards, so it all fits.
Yeah, I'm with you. I don't know what they're doing with their offer, which you kind of spoke to already, but I do think that like if we do have like variable offers on the site, this is a better way to do it than like this. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
agreed. Say like, oh, like check out the exclusive pricing, and then you're essentially playing on the site side with like the offer to see what converts best. So it lives independently of the site, so you can optimize conversion on the site, optimize for clicks in the email. So I do like that, but yeah, I mean, I'm still going to give it to Cellular Outfitter.
I'm with you on that too. It's tight. These are the best two I think so far, maybe. But yeah,
I don't know. I think Dell's better than Ray-Ban too. But
yeah, that one's close too. Yeah, I'm trying to. Yeah, I can't edit their subject line enough to.
Yeah, it's funny to watch you like squirm on these, just wanting to be like, I just want to. Yeah. All right, so I'm Ron Burgundy. Can't wait until Black Friday. Save now.
Yeah, this is another one that seems super chalky, right? Like you see these in your inbox all the time, and I think it's just people who don't think about email all the time enough to think about like, well, that's what I see in there, so that must be what I should do because people only do it because it works, right? And I'm like, that's kind of a crazy like circular logic.
This feels like a situation. I mean, look, Casper just let a bunch of marketing personnel go, for unsaid reasons that I think a lot of us in the DTC industry feel like we probably know what the reasons are. So I'm going to take some shots across the bow at Casper here and say that like this feels like a situation where like whoever's in charge of sending the email is hindered by like Casper's branding team or compliance team or something like that. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And so early bird special. Yeah, I mean, I'm not like crazy about what's going on in here either. I think it could be stronger. Save 10%. I mean, let's keep in mind 10% on a mattress is a lot. Like I'd put a dollar amount though. Save up to $1,000 or save up to $500 or whatever. Whatever.
Yeah, I think that'd be more powerful.
Right.
Yeah, and I do think there's some chops to that subject line as well. Like this would be again like a preview text play to me. Like save now would kind of be the preview text, and I would probably try to just make it. I mean, this is where I would definitely go with like a till. I mean, depending on the brand, like trying to eliminate a few characters here and there will really go a long ways. Yeah. But yeah, I don't love it. I'm ready to move past it with.
Can't wait till Black Friday. Yeah, I get you. Yeah. So we're gonna stick with who is Cellular Outfitter.
Yep.
Cellular Outfitter. That's kind of a mouthful, at least for me.
Yeah.
All right, now we're down to Lisa. Lisa.
Back-to-back mattresses, right?
Yeah, more betting here. More mattresses. Door. Oof.
A lot going on.
I like broke. I feel like one of those people on Saturday Night Live who starts laughing and can't finish the skit. There's a lot going on here.
Well, that's going to the beginning, so just to let you know.
Doorbuster, yeah, it's not like that at all. Doorbuster, alarm clock, doorbuster, 1 day only offer, $400 off the hybrid plus 2 free pillows.
Yeah.
I was trying to like read that as it reads, you know what I mean? And then here we go. Inside, 24 hours only for 1 day only, get $400 off the Lisa hybrid mattress plus 2 free pillows. Use the unique code below to claim your email. Exclusive discount. Get $400 off. Okay. Let me go first here because sure. I think you're gonna have a lot of not great things to say.
Oh, no, go ahead.
Okay. Here are some things I think they're doing well. They went with a dollar amount instead of 10% or 15%, because it's probably like 15%. Plus 2 free pillows. And again, I don't know if this is a graphic. They probably wrote the word free in there. I'm not going to, kill it because you wrote the word free in there. It's fine. But strong offer, pretty strong offer for a mattress company. $400 off plus 2 free pillows. Cool. Yeah. Like I'm going to get pillows with it. All right. Also unique code, which is cool. Like that's like, again, feeling of exclusivity. So use your unique code for email exclusive discount. We're doing a thing there. We're helping our future selves by training them. Hey, look what happens when you're on our email list and you open our emails. You get a unique code, a unique email only deal, email exclusive discount. So those are the things I think they're doing well. Things I don't think they're doing well, menus. Why? I don't understand why people do this, but I think it's a branding thing. And I'm going to assume that probably some of the other emails we saw had these as well. So like, if we're putting it on a level playing field, let's just guess Cellular Outfitter also has their menu on there, but like, this is the first one where we've seen it. I am not a fan of menus in emails. Yeah, I'll let you tear the subject line down.
Yeah, I mean, I think at this point, anybody who's been listening knows I don't love it, but I'll try to be nice about it. That's actually an emoji I would use. A lot of times there's like nonsensical emojis. Like,
you already said earlier, like you'd use an alarm clock.
Yeah, and
especially on a 1 day only.
I'm also wondering if this might just be on Moose End here, who just keeps adding the spaces in between. That's got a space in there, right?
Yeah, I think that's a lot of people's tendency is to put the space.
And I'm wondering if they might be misrepresenting these subject lines a little bit, and maybe some people aren't. Some of these brands might not be, and it's just typed up this way. So
yeah, it's possible.
I'll stick to it. So I don't like the space there, but the doorbuster language is great. People already know what a doorbuster is, and they're like waiting for that when it comes around. So it's strong. But again, I mean, it's such a long word. Like you better be so concise after that in my mind. Like doorbuster, 2 free pillows maybe, or doorbuster, $400 off. Like you said, that dollar amount is powerful. I would probably do that with some kind of like colon there. Fine, doorbuster, or like I said, like brackets before. Anything like that. The emoji kind of already is something there, but I would go super short there, get that click in. Then inside, I agree with you. It's actually, I like the inside of this email.
Yeah.
Get people there.
Okay. Here's where I'm going with the subject line. This is 2 separate concepts in one subject line. So I'm doing one or the other. I'm split testing it. So I'm going to say either 1 day only, $400 off, and then plus 2 free pillows as my preview text. Okay. That's one concept. Or I'm going to say, doorbuster 1 day only offer.
I think doorbuster and 1 day only offer are kind of redundant, honestly. That's kind of my view on it.
Yeah. You think in your mind, a doorbuster is a 1 day?
Not necessarily. It's not perfectly redundant, I guess, but it's like,
maybe just alarm clock 1 day only offer. Actually, that's probably what I would do.
Yeah, it's just occupying the same thing, right? It's like, what kind of offer is it, sort of thing. And if
we don't need to say doorbuster, and the whole rest of the thing is just 24 hours only and offer like this doorbuster word. Yeah, you're right. It's not a bad word, but it doesn't really fit with the rest of the concept.
Yep. Even 24 hours only is great preview text stuff to go along with doorbuster, $400 off, or doorbuster 2.
Yeah, right. Yeah. I might go 1 day only, $400 off, and then 2 free pillows on the preview text. That probably would have been my first choice. But honestly, I'm not a big fan of putting the offer in the subject line. Subject line sells.
So, yeah. I mean, I'm kind of torn at the next level, honestly. I'm like, 50-50 kind of on whether or not to put it in the email even.
Oh yeah, I get you. No, I like it in the email because Yeah, I like it in the email specifically because so you could go mystery, like not tell them what the offer is, but give them that exclusivity. But the offer's strong, right? You've got 2 free pillows in there as well. So yeah, I do like it in the email.
I think again, it depends on where you're dropping them. If you're dropping them off on some like really well-made page just for conversion, like that might be your preferable time to like show them the offer.
Right, for sure. Yeah, and just let's drive more clicks by keeping the offer a mystery in here.
Yep. Like something even clickbaity. Like this is where clickbait comes in. You already got into the email. You got delivered. Now
here's your exclusive code for our 24-hour only sale. Find out how much you save.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Okay. Yeah. So where are we at here? I mean, I think because they didn't split up the concept, I gotta stick with Cellular Outfitter here. The concept is strong. The offer is strong, but they did too much here.
Yeah, I'm with you. I think it beats out the other mattress brand, but
oh yeah,
it's not our champion.
Nope. IKEA, Moo, escape the Black Friday chaos. I couldn't not laugh.
Powerful.
Moo. Black Friday, and then here's our inside Black Friday is better with IKEA. So I do think this does look like the top of the email, which I don't know, maybe there's a menu above here. Need a break from the usual Black Friday madness. Join us for a special event to celebrate the holiday season with savings for your home. It starts Friday and runs all weekend long. Explore offers and escape the Black Friday chaos.
You want to go first?
Hey, I'm going to start here.
Yeah.
Why is Moo part of this? Nowhere do they tie in Moo.
Dude, that's the name. The first name. It's Moosehead.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
So that's actually confusing to me. Like, I wish that whoever wrote this article would have put like, "Hey John" or "John, escape the Black Friday chaos." All right. So to explain what Casey just said, the person who received this email's name is Moo. It's probably not. That's probably the name they put in when they like filled out the opt-in thing. I don't know. Maybe it's Moo.
Well, John, the place is Moosehead. It's a cow.
Right. Oh, okay. I got you. All right. Yeah. You figured it out, man. You cracked the code. I'm an idiot.
Yeah, thanks. Right.
So Moo, escape the Black Friday chaos. So if your name is Casey, this would say Casey, escape the Black Friday chaos. If it's John, escape the Black Friday chaos. And then here's the inside. All right, Casey, I know what you're going to say about this already, so go for it.
Really?
I think so. I mean, I think I know what you're going to say about the subject line.
I love the first name field in there. I think that's super smart. Calling out, that's one of those things that does stand out. And we've all seen it 100 times overplayed where, it sounds like broken English and then your name's just kind of in there and maybe your name is all the way capitalized because you filled it out on the form that way and doesn't fit. But executed well, which here they're showing me a well-executed version of it at least. I'll judge what I'm seeing. I like it. It's my favorite thing so far in this as far as like hacks go for a subject line. I use this a lot. I use the brackets. Like I said, I actually don't use emojis that much. Don't use the exclamation marks, but I do use this. I like it. I think the follow through on the rest of it could be a little stronger.
Yeah.
Escape the Black Friday chaos. This reminds me of like Survive Black Friday or whatever the other one was. I didn't love it, but it's fine. I mean, they already win the subject line contest basically, I think.
Yeah, I mean, IKEA, I'm interested in how IKEA does online because, man, IKEA stores are like, if I'm IKEA, I'm like, I just want to get everyone to the store. Like,
yeah, I don't think I've ever been into an IKEA store, honestly.
Yeah, it's an experience, man.
Really? Yeah, I mean,
you walk out with a lot of stuff. They literally make you walk by everything they sell to leave the building.
Interesting. In my mind, I'm like, oh, I would think they do well online because it's kind of a convenience buy. But then every time you hear about anybody trying to put together a piece of IKEA furniture, it's the least convenient thing on the planet.
Well, you get that in the store too. You buy it in the box. But like, so imagine like, how a sales funnel is compared to a website. So like a normal store is like a website where you can go inside and like go around and get. IKEA is like a sales funnel. Like there is only one path out of here. Or you can like turn around and go back if you want. But then you're walking against, there's like one aisle. You're walking against the traffic. It's a wild experience. Like IKEA does retail super well, in my opinion. But that aside from that, I do love the first name. other than that, I think Escape the Black Friday Chaos is kind of a meh concept, and I think the follow through here is also kind of meh. So I'm gonna go with Cellular Outfitter.
I'll defend what's inside here a little bit. Let me get, because I'm maybe closer to on the fence.
A special event. I do like saying it that way.
I was just gonna bring that up. Especially if they're inviting you to a special event, which we all, I mean, after 5 seconds of thought about it, they're gonna drop you on a landing page with a sales offer, like
right.
Really the event. But you had to think about it for 5 seconds, and you might click before that. And just the nature of, and this, I didn't give another brand the benefit of the doubt here, where it's like collective efforts for like ongoing. But these little tricks to where people will give you that click through, that's going to help you in the long run. When you just, again, it's more about the practice here. I respect who did this, just like the other one before. There's only been like 2 where I'm like, this shows awareness on a email marketing level. This person knew what they were doing at least. I kind of like it. I kind of like it, man. I like the dressed down look. I mean, it's HTML. This looks like something I would make, kind of. It's not like a professionally designed thing look, especially, you know?
Featured better stuff. Like IKEA has, like, the main thing in this is like the ornaments.
That's
they
fair.
Mostly sell furniture.
I mean, maybe they're selling those gnomes or kids. I don't know, dude.
They're selling, dude. If anyone's selling kids, it'd be IKEA. It's the last cart bump.
Do they sell rugs at IKEA?
They sell everything at IKEA. I mean, they literally sell anything you can put in your home. Like,
yeah, I mean, it could
they
be
also sell like Swedish meatballs, like at their cafeteria that they have. So all like people who don't like shopping just go sit at the cafeteria and eat, and then the people who do like shopping go through the physical sales funnel.
This one's sneaky, man. I'm not gonna lie. This one, I'm glad it's the last one, because to me it probably is sneaking into that 2 spot at least. This is the last one we've got here on the pre-Black Friday.
It's your possession arrow. I'm still going with Cellular Outfitter, but
yeah, I mean, I'd like to come to it
here, and I would definitely understand it. I do think it's like, it's a solid concept. I'm not as like hit with it, you know, and I don't know. And probably the reason they don't put the offers in there is because they're not as strong. And so, yeah, to me, I always give a lot of weight to a strong offer. So that's why I'm sticking with Cellular Outfitter.
This is tough. It's hard because we know there's all those factors. Give me another look at that Cellular Outfitters one again. This is
need to be convinced.
This is tight, man.
This is the other one where you're like, I respect the practice here. This was intentional.
Yeah, exactly. It came down to these 2, and that's why. These are intentional plays. They both know what they're doing. Like the copy here, the same kind of thing. They're aware of what's strong in their copy, and they're like highlighting that. It's a great offer. Don't do too much copy. Last day, strong offer. That's all you really need. Simple layout. Like, they didn't get too clever with themselves. I would say, regardless of who wins out here, actually, these are the 2 to like look at on a little bit more molecular level, and look at the common threads between the 2 and use the general like findings of those things. Because yeah, they've done the plays they were trying to do correctly, I think. Yeah. Man, that subject line is so much stronger down there. I'll say this. If we're going best subject line, I'm going IKEA. I think they win in a landslide. We go best overall. Best overall is a toss-up to me, but if we go best inside, it is Cellular Outfitters. So I'm kind of torn. Honestly, I think
was the original. Was it best subject line or best email? I don't know.
I think they go best subject line is what this is called, but then they proceed to show you a lot more than the subject line. So
okay, so the article is best subject line. So if we're judging best subject lines, I'm with you. That first name play is good.
Yeah, and I like that they didn't use an emoji. I think just like I would feel irresponsible to be like, well, this one's good and it's got 2 emojis. And I don't want people to get the wrong idea. That's not why that's good. I would say that. I think this is a co-champion. If I may just propose this, I think this is a co-champion thing.
On a pure subject line basis, I think this is better, but only because of the first name thing. Like, I don't think this is great as a subject line. You know what I mean? Whereas it's the last day, short, sweet, the whole thing's going to fit. And you used emojis, which, yeah, it doesn't win because of the emojis, but it's going to look like it fits in the inbox. It's going to look like the right thing. Whereas like the first name thing is really the only thing the other subject line has going for it, but it kind of wins because nobody else in here did it, you know?
I agree here too. I think the proper winner of the subject line contest in my mind is IKEA, but as far as the best email, I think it's this one.
Yeah, for sure.
So I think that's co-champion. It's 2 different, they kind of play 2 different contests, and they're both winners, I think, in my mind.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, we are millennials, so everybody's got to be a winner, but
Yeah. Yeah.
we narrowed it down to 2 of 11 winners, which is pretty good.
Yeah. The other 9 ones are all they're all tied for the best losers.
Right. So next up, I mean, this is going to be a 2-parter here. So next up, we're going to actually go to the like Black Friday day subject lines. We're gonna have to go a little bit quicker because we got how many of these, like 21 or something like that. So we're gonna have to go a little bit quicker, but I'm gonna be honest, a lot of these are gonna be, let's offer front and center on Black Friday day, right? So you know, hopefully we'll be able to go a little bit quicker through those. But that's good, right? Like, because we can have a rapid fire one, and this is where we're breaking it down a little bit more. So, you know, now we can kind of, like, you've learned what you need to learn about email now, and we're gonna just roll through.
I think, if I may, I think this one that was fewer. I think we dissected the idea a little bit more, but I think maybe on that one with more, maybe we do just hit the subject lines. I don't know. We'll talk about it off.
For sure. So cool. Come back. I mean, if you're catching this episode before part 2 is out, awesome. Then hit the subscribe button. I'm saying all the things you're supposed to say right now. Sorry. It's because I was reading all the subject lines. Hit the subscribe button so that you'll get notified, and hit the bell so that you'll get notified when part 2 comes out, so that you can know what the best Black Friday day email is. And Casey, what are the other YouTube things we have to say to all the people?
I can't do without saying them all at once. So you got to like, comment, subscribe. You got to hit the bell to get notifications about whenever we drop new videos on the channel. Yeah, I mean, definitely give us some comments. You know, I'm thirsty for some comments these days. I want to know what you guys think about the stuff we're doing here. So yeah, and you don't mind, I might just do like a quick little parting shot here because I don't want to forget.
Yeah, look, okay, so just background here. Casey, so I taught Casey email, right? Like, he didn't do it before I taught him. So I've got like contacts on email. I've done it a lot, but at this point, Casey's sent like many millions more emails than I have, and has dissected the practice of email a lot more, especially performance email. Like, he's really probably, I know a lot of people who do e-commerce email marketing and take it seriously. Casey's probably one of the best at it because of the level at which he's dissected like little elements, like, do you put the emoji next to the text? What affects deliverability? How do you like go through a Klaviyo account or an email account and test how good your sender reputation is, and little things like that? Whereas like a lot of people don't think about it. They just write a subject line and then they design a cute email, right? So yeah, for context, Casey, probably like low key one of the best e-commerce email marketers I know. So Casey gets the parting shot today.
Hey, thanks, man. That's a lot right there. Heavy is the head that wears the crown. That feels special. But I would say for email marketing, especially, general rule here is the KISS method. Keep it simple. Don't outsmart yourself. Don't try to do too much, whether that comes to messaging. There's a constant theme throughout all that, especially in the headlines. Don't try to do too much. I would say the same thing is pretty true for design inside the email. Didn't end up being a coincidence that the 2 that made it far were pretty simple designs. They weren't trying to do too much. So keep it simple. And if you're going to try to get a little bit more strategic with your email efforts, I would say maybe the better return on your investment for that is to actually get in a little bit more into like the deliverability and into like the segmentation of your list. Start weeding out people who aren't opening. Check into those the domains that you're sending to, and really segment out. You know, if Yahoo people are opening at 2%, you don't want to send to Yahoo people for a while, or you want to send them 1 out of every 10 campaigns or something. Those things are probably a little bit better in general. Those things are probably a little bit better return on your time investment. But when it comes to Black Friday, yep, listen to us. Pull out those hacks we're talking about, like that first name in the subject line, other little things that'll keep you firing on all cylinders. That's pretty much it. Don't fall victim to just doing what you see in your inbox.
Yeah, the biggest, and I'm going to tag on your parting shot and say something that I said you only got to say once here. Literally all of these were HTML emails, and that's what every email rundown you find on the internet will say, like, look at this beautiful design. The return on your time investment will be better spent on 1, deliverability, 2, your subject line. The design emails, like the design of the email, it makes some, I mean, there's some tricks there, but plain text, like if you do not try plain text at the biggest time of year for at least one of your emails during Black Friday, Cyber Monday, you're being like, you are leaving money on the table, in my opinion. And I think in Casey's opinion as well. So I said you could only say it once, but like if you try nothing else during this like a holiday sale season, try at least one plain text.
Absolutely. Yep.
All right.
All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Until next time, we'll see you.